OSB TV, and today we're making hot and runny Scotch eggs. I make Scotch eggs. I do mine with a deep fat fryer, which I've got on in the back. If you don't have a deep fat fryer, just a pound of oil, you can heat it up. I'm usually getting it about 180 degrees, 200 degrees, which is basically if you drop a chip in it, it will start sizzling away. It's about that temperature. As long as you can do that, that's okay, but as long as you keep stirring it. But we'll go through that in a minute. So first things first, you need your sausage meat. I'm making 2 Scotch eggs, so I've got about 250 grams of sausage meat, 2 eggs. They've been boiled for 5.5 minutes and then immediately into cold running water. Little flavours that I like to put in Scotch eggs, I always go with mustard, honey, soy sauce and a little splash of Worcester sauce. That's just my go-to. You don't have to put those in if you've got good sausage meat, that's fine. You can put some fresh herbs in it, diced shallots, grated apple, whatever it is that you like, that you think would be nice in your Scotch egg, but these are the things that I like to put in mine. And to coat it, I've got some plain flour, or any flour you like really, it's just to hold the egg. 1 egg, just whisked with a little bit of milk. Whisk it until it's very, very loose and very thin. If you don't whisk it enough, it's going to stay thick and clangy and it's going to be difficult to coat. And just some plain breadcrumbs. You can use any breadcrumbs you like. I just like the natural plain breadcrumbs you get in the supermarket are fine. You can use the Japanese honey panko, or whatever breadcrumbs you like. Just don't use the bleached orange thingies, they look weird. Anyway, so what we're going to do with these is just get our mix all ready to go, just with little bits of flavouring, so nothing too bad. I'm using a syrup actually instead of honey, because I haven't got any honey, so syrup is fine. Just tiny little dribbles in there. Not even so much mustard, a bit too hot. Soy sauce, pork, best mates, whack them in there. And a bit of Worcester sauce, just give it a little bit of anchovy taste, not too much. And that's that really. At that point I'll probably just whack a load of fresh herbs in it if you wanted to, and just mix it all up. Stop there. Okay, that's our sausage meat all mixed in together really nice, all nice and evenly. Because we are just making 2, I'm just going to break this into 2 even size-ish balls, and here I've got 2 layers of cling film. The more layers of cling film the better it is. If you do 1 layer of cling film, it's just going to rip and be a bit of a nightmare to handle. So I've just got 1 layer of cling film on the bottom, another on the top, and go over it just with a cloth, and that'll just kind of make it join together much easier. Obviously we've got quite a lot of cling film because we're going to have our egg in there and we're going to have to wrap it and chill the shape on that. So we just squash it down just to a circle. Doesn't have to be an egg shape. You'll see why in a minute, because you may have to kind of smudge it all in together at the end. Just get it to probably 1 centimetre thick. As long as it's relatively even, doesn't really matter. Our eggs are just going to sit in the middles. Now the best way to do this, because otherwise you'll go mad trying to figure out how to do it, is just to pick it up on a cling film from here and just hold it almost like a taco almost, and just gently just ease the meat round. It's not going to stick like glue. We're not trying to stick it to the egg, we're trying to join the meat around so the meat can join itself. You can see that closing up there. Okay, and once you've got the join on there, remember, you're not trying to squash it to the egg, you're trying to join the meat around it. So wrap it up like a little bomb. So just pull it all up, hold it in your hand like that, and just twist it. and that's what's going to hold it onto the egg, and you'll get an egg shape from there because the egg will just shape it. You'll get that round looking shape you're after. So what you can do with that now, you can put that in the fridge now until, I don't know, half an hour, or even until the next day, whatever you want it is, you cook it really, and that will just help the shape a little bit. Okay, so our Scotch eggs chilled down in the freezer, whatever. I haven't even bothered, to be honest with you, but I'm just for quickness of this video, they are easier to handle when they're very cold though. So to coat these up, just in the flour, just be gentle as you can, because you don't want the meat opening up. Get rid of any excess, because you don't want the flour building up. It'll just make it a bit claggy under the crumb of it. So then just into our egg. Now if you're going to do a few of these, on the next bit, make sure you use one hand for the egg and one hand for the flour and the breadcrumbs. It won't stick. Just coat that. Once you've been in breadcrumbs like that, back in the egg, turn it round, get it coated again in the egg, and then in your breadcrumbs again. Where breadcrumbs are concerned, 2 is always better than 1. Extra crispy. Okay, that's one done. Okay, so we're going to deep fry them. So just, if you're lucky enough to have a deep fryer, well done, they're amazing. And if you haven't got a deep fryer and you've got your pan of oil going, you're testing it, you've put little flicks of chips in it or whatever it is you've done, and made sure it's hot enough. There's always something to do, even in the deep fryer. So you need a spoon. If your deep fryer is coming to here, or your pan of oil is here, just keep spooning over the oil. It's probably going to happen more if you're not doing it in a fryer or you're doing it in a pan. This is how you want to fry. Or if you are lucky enough, you've got a deep fryer, just let them roll. So we're just literally going to go in there for a couple of minutes. You don't want to be in there a long time because you don't necessarily want to start cooking the sausage meat and then cooking the egg through. You're just doing it just to get the golden brown colouring that you want. It's literally kind of all we're going to get. The cooking process is going to go through the oven, so that's it. And they are huge. They're wet. Whenever you take some out of the oven, out of the fryer, just season it up. Fries will just draw salt. Middle shelf, depending on the size of your eggs, that's going to go on for 9 minutes. Sometimes somewhere between 8 and 12 minutes, depending on the size of your egg. If you've got a slightly smaller egg, go for the 8 minutes. If you've got a slightly bigger egg, go for 12 minutes. It's ready. You have to be patient because it's difficult to wait for these. Really excited. So we'll try and see what's so if this hasn't worked and it's not running in the middle, I'm going to be disappointed. So yeah. Oh, anyway, okay. Yes! Look at those bad boys. And then you can serve them with your weapon of choice. Mine is definitely HP sauce. You can serve them with whatever you like. Look at that for lunch. Beautiful.